Hi, gamers. All right. Zukini is now in here with us. I don't know if they're going to unmute or not, but they are here. And then Kix, feel free to hop in. I think you were able to get in there because you have mod. So that shouldn't be a problem. There they are. Welcome, gamer.
Hi.
And now we scoot. We scoot for gaming. Oh, I need to get my mouse all the way over here so that I can actually use this thing. Okay. Hello, Devi. I already said hi to Zukini, but they were there in chat. Hi, Big Golf, and that one crazy Adrestian dude, and NJ, and Leon. Yes, he is cute. This is Mr. Grizz. Mr. Grizz was a gift given to me by some mods as a congratulations for hitting 30k subscribers on YouTube. So, Mr. Grizz says hi in his own special way. Good morning from Japan. Welcome. And there's Zach and Error and Manic and Lord Cheesepuff. That's an awesome tag. And Kerbo and Levin and Chizu and Slippy and Solomon and Alex and Nug and Dragon Soul and Robustelli and Jamie and Aside Cargo and Zeus Boy and Bab and oh my goodness, there's still too many people. I actually cannot keep up with it at the moment. This is insane. Welcome everybody to Squid School. We have a new stream guard or two to help us with this. So I am going to get a lobby up for our Anarchy Open battles. And to protect the password, today we have Spoopy Darwin. I know I said, okay, in the going live notification that you're not allowed to like wear costumes and stuff until the pre-approved Spirit Day. But Darwin is a dog, and he can't read, so it's okay. Okay. So, gamers, I am going to DM you the password here. And where's Zukini? They're a little further down. There they are. I think you guys both have me added, but if I am wrong about that, let me know, and I can get you the friend code as well. Alright, there's Kix. And there's Zukini. Perfect. Is Devi around? Actually, let's see. It'd be useful to have a frontliner, probably, but...
I don't have two frontliner. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
So I have two frontliners if needed.
You're a little crackly. There's Devi. Hi, Devi. But Devi should be able to pop in and fill. So that'll be perfect.
But I can play
Kix,
frontliner.
what weapon are you using in the review?
Expulsion.
Okay, I can swap to a thing too. I've been using crab on the sidelines outside of my e-leader shenanigans. So.
All right. So we have gotten the password in, so that is all of the service that we require of Spoopy Darwin, so everybody say goodbye. Darwin is Soliart's pup. Soliart is actually one of the mods who pitched in to get Mr. Grizz for me, as well as the other things, so that was lovely of them. And you can find Darwin on Instagram at Our Friend Darwin. So if you want more daily doses of Darwin, that's where you go to find them. Okay.
Cool, I can actually use a single ninja squid piece of gear that I own.
Yes, there is a daily Darwin in Discord, more or less. So we recruit other pets to be password guards in Discord, and stretching my wrists. Soliart makes sure to go in there and get a Darwin every day, so that's where I pull those from. What abilities are good for Ink Brush? Definitely Ninja Squid. And after that, I'm actually not sure, because I don't think it's going to be really necessary at all to run Intensify Action on it. Stealth Jump is probably going to be really good. Swim Speed, yeah, makes sense to counteract the Ninja Squid, and also just to be zippy and zoopy.
Ink Saver main isn't a bad thing either in the early days, just because then you can get some more flicks out and you can run longer.
Alright.
Ooh, Hydra.
I get to bully my own kind.
I can help you with it if you want to get in.
That would be fantastic.
Blast underneath, on the right. Ah, they directed me. Nice.
One right.
2 for 2.
Just gotta wait a second.
Yeah.
Jumping into Kix.
Yeah, the Hydra is pushing us.
Yeah, I just gotta wait for it to go out of charge.
One on bridge.
Be careful the machine. Machine
Bombing
is 50.
it.
Machine low. Machine dead.
Nice.
Pushing a Hydra.
Hydra's weak. There's the blaster with the blast left.
Hydra low. Hydra's weak. Really weak.
Range with Hydra. Range with Hydra. Careful. Jumping into Zukini because I'm scared.
On the TC, be careful the Hydra. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. Yeah. Let's push too far.
I missed. I hit somebody, but not the one I wanted to hit.
Shoot at.
The sloshing machine has respawn finisher. Interesting.
I traded with the Hydra. There's still 2 on the tower.
Yeah, it's 3v3.
Walking from far.
They're booyahing, careful.
Yeah. Got one on tower.
Okay, nice. There's
Probably
one top
the
left.
machine's gonna push. Yeah,
Oh.
machine on tower.
Machine weak. Got him. Traded.
One,
Another
nice.
one on me. Another one on my ouch. Okay, that's 2 down.
On the bridge, be careful. Right
I'm
side
just gonna.
now.
I almost have crab. I'm gonna paint up for it.
Okay, I'm gonna rain left side.
Okay, I have
in
crab.
There's a lot on
Gonna
right
use it.
side.
Rain down side.
I got one.
One drop on left, one drop on
Got
left.
I hit him twice. He's weak. Blaster. Around the
There's one
corner.
on the right
Yeah.
corner.
I'm dead. He one shot. Oh fuck.
Ah.
He's really good with his range.
Careful
Ooh.
your last.
I patiently await.
Be careful, wave breaker down.
I'm with you, Debbie.
Yeah, there's 2 above me.
Blaster weak.
Oh, one drop.
Blaster down.
Side one. Weak.
Another one on me. Another one on me. Got him.
There you go. Watch
Nice.
above us.
Hydra left
Careful.
and
Watch out,
machine.
booyah. They're booyahing.
Oh, I lost the 1v1 to the machine. Couldn't turn my aim fast enough.
Pushing the Hydra.
Another
Can
one,
get,
bottom
get
mid.
Kill, raining on the Hydra.
Hydra drops. Got 1. Got 2. I'm
Nice.
down. 1 top
Nice.
left.
Good job.
One bottom
Still
left,
still left.
actually.
I'm
Yeah,
dead.
left. 2 left truck. 2 left
Oh.
truck.
Hello.
Debbie got
Blaster,
1. Help Debbie.
Pushing you, Debbie behind you. Be careful.
I know, I'm running.
Still in the bubbler.
They're in the bubble.
Hydra jumped into that.
I got blaster, but I might die.
Hydra is down.
Nice.
Cool. I have.
Machine dropped
crab.
me. Got him.
Be careful.
Just
right
junior.
side.
Just junior.
No, didn't drop. Didn't drop. Drop
I
left
painted
side
up the
though.
right.
Coming up the wall.
I don't know where
Hit him
it is.
twice. Got him.
Wow, nice.
Another one coming out top right blaster.
I'm riding tower. Be careful of the.
Blaster
yeah.
drop.
Blaster dropped. Got him.
Yes, there's one. Nice, dead. We need checkpoint. We need checkpoint. Nice. Yeah, you're pushing forward, be careful, you're all
Oh,
dead.
Debbie's behind him. Go, go, go.
I did a fancy crab flank and got 3 of them.
Still one on right,
Yeah,
but keep
all
tower
on
going.
right.
They're out of play.
They're the 3 of them.
They're
are
out of play.
respawning. One
Focus
is, one's
tower.
distracting
Jump
you.
on right. I need help. I'm dead. There's 2 on right. 1 on right. Still, Junior.
Oh. Blaster weak. Got him. Another one on me. They went elsewhere. Hydra is their
Hydra
flat.
and Machine are both above me.
Hydra down. Traded. 2 above.
Machine is tagged.
One drop left.
left side. He's 1 dead. Machine is weak.
There we go. We're
I'm
really
gonna go-
close.
I'm gonna
Keep
go
tower
flank.
going if we can.
Machine is 1.
I'm
Cannot
almost
be
at
good.
crab.
I got
I'm
him.
gonna crab
Be careful,
behind him
range the
again.
blaster.
Range
mid.
blaster left. Blaster down.
Nice.
Another one tower. Got him.
No, I'm not gonna jump. Oh,
That
nice.
should be
I'm
lead.
gonna jump. Nice. You can leave, you can leave.
Hydra's on right.
That's 1. Hit
I'm
machine.
gonna flank again.
I'm down to Hydra. Hydra dropped.
I'm dead to blaster. Yeah, blaster is 50.
That's probably
Hydra.
dead push.
Right.
Just you, Debbie.
Go back, go back. You're alone.
I traded.
All right. That'll work.
They the blast came out after when I killed the blaster.
One of them
so I'm
fell.
like, okay.
Machine
Nice,
down.
190. Nice, good job. 2 on left, 2 on left. Hydra and range.
Hydra's 1.
Flanking. Hydra sees me. Got him.
Nice, good job.
Blasters.
One
to
tower. Tower.
I
They're
know,
down.
So we got it. We got
Nice.
it. We got it. Don't worry. Hello.
Good stuff.
Party on tower.
everyone. Nice.
It was pumpkin. I thought
That
it was
is
an
the
orange.
first time I ever got the tower stopper badge. The things that happen when you go frontline mode, I guess.
Yeah, that was a pumpkin because it's Halloween season. It's spoopy month. What rank is everyone in this party? Well, I
Just got this
mean,
then.
right now I'm S+7, as you can see. But Devi is a Division 3 competitive player. And then I think you two are both S+ as well. Kix, where are you at right now? S+10, yeah, okay. And then Zukini?
got to S+1 because I don't play series that often.
No, I feel you. I
Okay.
don't play series often too. It's more fun to play open.
I'm much more like playing with a group of people because that's how I keep teamwork synergy together, and it works for callouts with me being a primary shot caller. So yeah, that's why I don't do series too much. I've been doing it lately just to pick up on different like ways people are trying to push in and stuff like that. So as a backliner, it's information I'm trying to process. So it allows me to figure out which points to check for flanks and which points maybe I can do non-traditional stand for backline and maybe catch them off guard. I found my new Piranha Pit start map the other day. That was fun.
Nice. Welcome, Violet. And then TNT Bazoom apparently watched Kix get S+10 today.
Hey.
So I take it you were streaming.
Oh, I need to run.
Yep, I got obliterated.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
taller.
a very spooky place.
I'm
I'm gonna farm for Zuka. I'm
gonna
farming
die,
for
I'm
Zuka.
dead.
They were pushed over to me, but I missed the shot.
Side, be careful, slider shot.
I'm just gonna build crab. That
Got
seems to be
one.
my safe way.
Wait, Zukini, I'm with you.
Oh, that's water!
Got 2.
I'm
Nice.
okay.
One dropped off right. Push right. Push right. Push right.
There's
Got
a
one.
blaster here.
Last one,
Range,
blaster. Got him.
Blaster.
There's dead. Nice. Blaster's
Oh wait, you can't get over on left, right?
Zucchini's
I
already
lost a
on
lot
the
of
left.
time there.
going to paint for you, but
Oh wait, that's not.
that's
that's
water.
Not paintable. I was trying to climb up the wall and then I just ran into it.
there's the booyah, be careful.
This is fine.
I'm just checking burst bombs because it seems to be the most
Oh.
effective. Right, I
Yes,
got
good
one
job.
with a
There you
burst.
go. There you go.
Yeah,
The one who was regressing
I've,
tower is
directed
down.
them.
All right, I'm crabbing.
I'm trying to get to a checkpoint. I got
I
There
got
you
the
go, nice,
blaster.
nice,
Oh,
nice.
I got pinched on the right. 2 on the right to 3.
All right,
Okay,
that
okay,
changes
I'm
map,
gonna
so we have
reset some
access to left side now. Jet out on right. Push him. Push him. They're stuck.
Pushing on left. Raining
They
left.
fell. Got another.
One Davy, you can go. I need someone in front of me though.
I'm coming. I'm
yeah,
coming.
I'm trying to get over there. with them.
Flash down.
Alright,
Another
I'm
one
with
weak.
you.
Machine
Nice.
tagged twice. 3 times,
Woo!
nice, dead.
Go anywhere. That got someone.
Oh, on me. One.
Nice. That's a
One
G.
coming out
Nice.
right.
Make
Oh,
him
got him.
there.
Ignore the this way.
Nice.
It's a very nahi game.
I squeezed my controller and I this way, and I'm like, nope. I do 2 things whenever I squeeze my controller. If I squeeze the right half, I this way. If I squeeze the left half, I bomb.
Is falling in water a different respawn time than splatted? That depends. It depends on whether you're running quick respawn. I believe it's the same unless you have quick respawn, in which case, with quick respawn, if that activates, you will spawn faster than if you fall in the water.
I'm gonna say something. So falling into water doesn't count it as a death. Like for example, it's gonna not show on the leaderboard, and so you know, like quick respawn cannot be and comeback cannot be affected on the first death. So those will not activate if you die underwater. So for example, if your first death in quotes is from water, your quick respawn will still not activate.
Right, because the reason first and second death matters for clarification is that with quick respawn, you only respawn faster if you get splatted and haven't splatted anybody else. If you do splat somebody, then quick respawn doesn't do anything. So it's basically an insurance policy against feeding.
It's the pass card.
Double back.
I can feed. I have quick respawn.
What should I be learning from matches I play when I lose? Think about the positions where you got splatted and how you could have avoided them. What
Davey.
decision led to those things?
You tag once. On tower.
Got one.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm painting for crab, and then
Heavy's
when I use
bottom
crab,
left.
I'm gonna
Pushing
push
the
the
heavy.
right.
Heavy tag twice. Traded.
Okay.
There's a sniper. He's a.
Rush trying to
Okay,
come
I
left.
have crab. I'm gonna
got
try to
him.
push the right side.
All right, I'm coming with.
Yes, I'm
Oh,
gonna
there's one
get
on
on
the
tower.
left. There's one on the left.
One on tower. There's one.
There we
Nice.
go.
Good job.
Okay, I'm gonna keep pushing the right. I have the crab still.
Okay, I'll stay
Initiate
left
grab.
then and get people who
The
drop.
Octobrush.
Rush down.
The Octobrush on left.
Sorry, I meant they dropped. That was
No
bad
problem.
usage.
I mean, I just like
Oh!
throw a point sensor on them and didn't mark them. I don't know how, but
Careful, Debbie, your last.
I know I'm
Rush on
jumping out.
tower.
yeah, it's really
Oh.
hard for me to kill him.
Oh, charger.
I got him.
Nice.
I got the checkpoint though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Watch out.
Pushing
Charger's
this
free
guarding
check.
Number
that.
one. Charger dead.
I got heavy. There's a
Charger
jump in.
head dead. Dead.
Nice.
Watch
Nice.
out, bomb.
I'm gonna stay on. Need. Be careful. Dead. Nice. I'm gonna rain left side.
Okay. I almost have crab. I'm gonna go push the right again.
All right,
Got the heavy.
I'm
I'm
coming
gonna
with.
do
I've
a
got
back,
Zuka
I'm gonna do a back flank with crab.
with you.
Got one.
Got another one.
Nice.
One on
Jump,
tower.
jump, jump.
They're down. Just heavy.
Nice good job. We got
Heavy's
kid.
above me. Heavy's above me.
Yeah, you're alone. You're
All
alone.
right.
Yeah, I
I'll
know,
have
I
a
know.
flank.
Paint for you, but I have
I'm
Louis.
just kind of chilling in a corner.
Nice. I'm painting for you then.
All right, beautiful. That should get
Rain
someone.
coming.
Three right there. Three right there.
Charger's down. Be
got
careful,
heavy.
The Octobrush. The Octobrush on me. On me. On me.
Yeah, they're behind.
Yeah, you're alone. You're alone. Oh, and
Just you, Debbie.
Okay.
we have bomb. Be careful.
I'm having fun, and now I got sniped in the back.
I'm having fun and I got killed.
Hey, I did get 2 out of it. It's just the back line's left.
Heavy's down. Charger's left. One jumping out on left.
Yeah, devac'd.
Yep.
On tower. They're down.
Yes, be careful of the caster.
I
Yeah, they
made them
dropped.
choose. I'm making the back lines look at me. At least the charger knows where I'm at.
Nice.
The other 2 don't.
That's a zipcaster for you. One on tower. One on tower. Nice.
Yeah, I got him.
I have the
The big blue
charger's
gas?
full attention.
Down.
Can I jump
Drop
this?
right
Yes,
side.
I
Drop
can.
right side. Nice.
Thank
good job.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Another one,
cover
tower.
from the
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, I'm down to the glucose. I ran out of ink.
I got pushed away. I couldn't get up. Oh no.
You're gonna die,
careful,
Diddy, I
careful,
think.
lots here.
Think
What do you
of-
mean?
Oh,
What do you
they
mean?
were a charger. They were
Got
a
two.
charger shooting at me.
I'm down to bomb.
Rain coming. I don't know how I'm not
Just the
dead,
charger for now.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
dead.
die to brush. There we go. I got the charger though.
but- Just. Oh.
That should be it.
We're killing it.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
I think someone in the chat had a thing about tri-stringer for me. Yeah, there it is again. Okay. You want me to type it, or do you want me to just verbally answer it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Positions for tri-stringer. This has been an interesting one. Just going off of what I've seen lately, and just from experience I've had with it, it plays a lot actually like a splat charger. Splat charger positionings, but with the mindset of X-Flow arc shots.
That's
So,
amazing. I love it so much.
That's really how it is. Because a lot of the tri-stringers get the most out of their full charge, and they want to stand at its farthest range, which seems to be like similar to a splat charger. So they're gonna stand in kind of those primary backline positions, so the high ground where they're not gonna get picked off right away by a front line, but yet still have some kind of cover, especially when you're going against like Hydra or E-Leader. However, the tri-stringer does have an upper hand on a Hydra, because I find I've had more trouble fighting tri-stringers than I have E-Leaders, just because they have that X-Blow mechanic where they can arc their shot behind the cover. So as long as you keep to your max range and arc shot, you can pretty much take on anybody. Oh, hey, it's Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Same meme.
All right, they have a DC, so this is going to end very quickly.
Yep.
No.
I was about to start squid partying with them, yeah. It's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. What is the most optimal situation to create pressure with Crab, or is it better as a Slayer? I've been thinking about this a lot myself. I've been trying to like fit Splash in because it's tricky. If you get flanked at all, you probably just die as the Crab. So I've found the most success personally with getting my back in a corner. Like getting to where it is impossible for them to flank me and then just shooting out from there. So for example, one really good way to use it that I found was on Mahi Mahi in zones, which should never be played competitively, but if you are forced to be there, if you get the Crab on the far left side with the water to your back, there's no way for them to flank you. You have full access to the zone, so you can paint the heck out of it, and if anybody pokes their head into mid at all, you have shots on them. So really the only thing you have to worry about is like getting headshot by an E-Leader or something. So those kinds of positions can be good to set up, but it is a pretty unique special in the range that it wants to play from and the positioning it wants to take while it's there. So I'm still learning a lot more about that as time goes on.
Outside, be careful, pushing me with explode shot.
Yeah.
Like once.
I'm okay as long as
almost
Hydra
have
doesn't
Crab.
hit me.
I have missiles behind you,
Missiles
Kix. I'm running
coming.
away.
Yeah, I'm going all right.
Hard pushing right.
Pushing
Okay,
all
Luna.
Luna's
left.
weak.
I almost have Crab.
Luna
There
down.
we go, I have Crab.
Like what? Two eyes. He's weak. He's weak. Nice, good job. I tried it.
Hydra's down.
We have
Reflex
mid.
down.
You can just right tower. I'm dead, so I can't.
Man, they spawned right
I
as
can
soon as I
right
got
tower
there.
Zukini once I'm here.
Luna left with someone else.
It's awesome.
I got the Luna.
One on right, two on right.
You have all two on right, two on right. I'm
Got one.
raining left.
Thank you. One right in front of us left.
Yeah,
Hydra.
left. Tagged once.
They're gonna go down.
Oh, I got him.
Watch out for spawners. Oh my god.
Yeah, be careful right side. Two on right. Oh, I think they're lagging.
They are very much lagging.
Oh, thank you for the the wall that saved my life.
Woo! The roll? Did I roll in front of you and shield you?
Like Zucchini rolled.
Oh, zucchini rolled. I was like, wait,
yeah.
I know at the same time you said that I rolled with the crab. I'm like, wait, what?
Huh? No, like he rolled the tower and I ate tank.
Oh,
Price
that
for
was good.
Zuka.
That's good.
Yeah. He saved my life.
Tori Kensa is my favorite brand. Are you referring to the person whose tag in this chat is Tori Kensa, or are you just like failing to realize that the brand is Tony Kensa?
The tech is better.
Because I mean, both are valid. What was that? No, oh, that was a Facebook noise. I forgot that I have that open.
I'm a Rockenberg
Facebook?
fan.
Still
Rockenberg and
exists, I'm joking.
Zeko.
Yeah, I haven't been on Facebook in like months probably, but someone reached out that is getting into Splatoon, and I was like, wait, I want to play Splatoon with you. That sounds fun. So I answered Facebook.
Nice Zucchini, by the way.
Okay, look, I have really bad eyes and can't read. Valid. But
was
it
me
was
earlier.
funny because there is somebody in the like in our community whose tag is that.
Yeah, I'm gonna paint for crab first again.
Is Splash now a support weapon? No, I'm joking.
I find on Mahi I'm better to have crab because then I just become, you know, a different version of the Hydra Splatling.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, yeah.
2v2.
We all die. Kinda.
I have no
Painting for
idea.
Zuka. Alright, well that works. I guess I don't need the
The
Zuka,
base.
huh?
Ah, I couldn't get the quad.
I will avenge you! He's bowling!
Yeah, they're down.
I got the kill.
Thank you. I think that's the one reason why I
That will
can
never
use...
be bowling.
Oh, that's a Luna.
Blast
There's
your top
two here.
left.
I wave aimed and couldn't get it,
I need to run. You're gonna die. That's a bad
2 on
job.
tower. Oh, I almost got the trade
but
though.
dodge roll.
I should run away.
Oh, that's missiles.
I'm dead.
Yeah, you were very dead there.
Watch out for
Yeah,
the back.
but at the same time, if I tried to jump, I would have just died. So
Luna saw me
I
coming.
traded
We're
with
2
it.
down.
we have a better stage now.
Yay! Thank you, enemy team. Thank you on behalf of both of us.
But now it's kind of hard
Pushing
to
right,
push
pushing
them
right.
out.
Got one. One more.
Careful,
Luna.
Luna,
Luna
I
down.
got, we got it. Someone got it.
Just reef.
Nice. Let's go push.
I'll have crab
I
for
should
the next
probably be
push.
on the one on tower. Sorry, my bad. Get me on
2
tower.
coming down on plat. I'm coming up.
I'm
There
raining
are a
left
lot
side.
there.
Yeah.
Traded.
Careful, baby.
Another one coming out
help
right.
me.
Your last.
Shock.
Oh, crab fight! Yes!
Trying to
Nice.
for you to come back if you need to.
That is the first
Oh,
crab fight
Luna got me
I've
right.
Be
had.
careful.
Luna the box here. They're flanking.
They're pushing. I'm
Got him.
dead.
Nice.
This rapid pour is very.
Yeah, if I
No.
can get around to get the rapid, I will, but it just hasn't given me any opportunity.
Yeah, I
Back
know.
in mid.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
he's playing well.
I'm just gonna play it patient here until they give us an opening. Duly on me. Got him. Someone got him. Oh,
Yeah.
I died to
Oh,
Stringer
he's
on
weak.
right.
He's weak. Dead. Two dead.
two down.
2 coming from right.
Yeah, look right.
Dead.
Oh no, I'm Luna.
We are those both down.
Yeah, Luna got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's why we should wait for. Be more patient for specials. Because that Luna can punish really
Be
hard.
careful, Luna. Oh, he's 190. Dead.
we go.
Ooh.
They're crabbing.
I'm behind him. Oh, rapid sees me.
Got Shirai Stringer.
Nice. I have
Rapid in mid.
Oh, Luna tag. Once. Luna on right.
Where are they?
Okay. Nice. I'm gonna pop rain on left. Popping rain.
Oop. I accidentally threw the bomb in the wrong place.
Oh, wait, I'm gone.
I'm gonna die.
They're coming left. Luna's on the
I'm
left.
dead. You're alone. You're alone.
And by left, you meant right.
No, they were on the left. They started right and then they moved left.
Be careful of.
Yeah, they came from the right side, though. Whatever.
I initially called it right and then I said left
I got the pro.
after I went down to it. We gotta get on tower.
They jumped.
I'm on it.
We still have
Okay,
55
careful,
seconds.
careful.
We don't have to rush it.
I guess.
Yeah. I almost died for it. Oh, got
There you
the
go. That's
goodies.
2 down. That's 2 down. Now we go. Now we go. I'm getting on their plat.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice, nice,
Okay,
nice.
watch out for Luna. They spawn.
Yeah, they're by me.
Be careful left side. Pro.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and
Weak.
just
I'm
get
down.
that out of
Luna.
here.
Luna
Got
behind.
one.
Luna behind. Luna behind. Oh, we
Yeah,
got
he's
the
dead.
lead.
Steady mid.
Ah,
gonna
I
get
missed all
game
my
like
shots,
this.
but we're good.
Nice. Oh my god. This was a really close game.
I think I recognize the Luna. See? I thought I recognized the Luna.
Ooh, we've got a potential Splatoon 3 player here. Everyone act like you're having way more fun than you actually are.
This is the best time I've ever had in my life.
Great job, Devi. Love the enthusiasm.
Let's go.
Yeah, that essay by FLC that you were just talking about in chat is like most of the Western understanding of the game, just all wrapped into one document.
That's the Bible.
It's well misunderstood in some places and like not always applied exactly the way that he intended, but that is, you know, the terminology that we use to play this game. And it all came from that. I love Shiver and Fry and Big Man. There we go. There we go. We got the idle train going here too.
Let's go.
Stand deep cut. Stand deep cut. Get the fan cams out. Well misunderstood and not applied as intended, just like the Bible. Oh my goodness. I guess somebody did call it a Bible, huh?
Yeah. It's the Bible of Splatoon. Be careful left side.
One drop
flanking.
left.
Roller.
I hit him once. They're gonna get out of here.
I stacked the.
They're out of play, just ignore
the
'em.
shot once. Twice. Dead.
All right, Roller's still behind, so we can take tower for now.
The dynamo.
They're gonna have to come back.
Yeah. They're just tossing, curling. I'm trying to help, but sometimes I cannot watch in front of me.
There's someone
Yeah,
on
it's
the
all
low
good, it's
left.
good.
Watch out low left. There was somebody down there.
No, he jumped back. He jumped back.
They jump
Yeah,
back?
they're not
Okay,
there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
flank.
yeah. Oh, be careful the roller. I don't know.
Yeah,
where he-
Roller's below mid.
He's
They're down.
low. Nice. I don't. He has no idea what he's doing. I'm dead.
Yeah, they
Dynamo
kind of
is in
got
mid.
they kind of got into a place they didn't want to be in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so lucky that Dynamo ran out of ink. Just like to put that
Don't
out
watch
there.
out. I'm gonna crab behind you.
Be careful
Alright,
in
sure.
mid. Ooh.
Oh!
Well, I got
didn't
him.
see the roller. Thank you.
I got him.
You
Is there anyone behind us?
No.
Dynamo is weak.
There's one by tower
Dynamo's
though.
weak.
There's one
Yeah,
going
there we go.
tower. There you go.
Yeah, I got him. Eater is on left side, on there.
Roller on right. Roller on right.
There is one.
Got him. Another one tower.
Nice. Yeah, is one.
Nice.
I bursted it.
Dynamo
Dynamo is one,
traded.
nice.
Just leader.
Go away.
He just staring at you. He was like, he's just standing there.
Yeah, they were.
Noticing.
Just like there's a leader, me just throws a burst bomb. Go away. Thank you.
He was watching a Zukini Booyah Bomb.
Yeah, Zukini was just there in a menacing booyah bomb, and I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to say hi in a splatting manner.
Yes. Jojo music.
We greet people with violence.
It's funny with backlines because like you're shooting from afar, right? So you splat somebody. It's like you're shouting from the other side of a cliff. It's like, "Hello there!"
I see Explorer main in chat. I'm happy.
Yay.
Explorer propaganda. Yes. We need more Explorer into this world.
It is a really good weapon.
Mortar.
I'd say
It
it's
is.
like top 10 or something right now. Like, people are using it a lot.
It is. It's got a lot of poke. It's got the extra range. It follows up a lot with a lot of the high tier front lines. Like it's a really good combo with the machine right now. It's once those two combo together, like in a team setting, and they go in sync with each other, it's a really hard thing to fight.
Yeah.
Squid, I must know how you feel about Clam Blitz. It's my favorite mode.
Yeah, Clam Blitz is cool. I just wanted to say I play like Bamboo with Explorer. Oh, it's really good together.
That too.
Guesses about initial patches. Man, who knows what lies within the hearts of Nintendo game devs.
Ah!
I can tell you what should happen in a lot of cases, but like not what will happen.
Oh, there were 3.
We all dead, yeah. Zukini
This is
jumped
this is a full team comp too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't doing callouts, so just heads up.
Oh, sniped! Be careful, Zukasser.
Aggressing tower, they're dropped behind it. Jumps are behind it.
I'm gonna
Ah,
die.
too much
no.
behind
okay,
it.
raining the tower just in case.
Crab on left, careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pressuring Crab. They cannot go back. He's the 19. Nice. Good
Nice. Okay, let's try and recap mid
job.
here.
Freeze on my face. Thing.
Oh, hello, brush. I traded with the brush.
They've got a vac. I'm gonna get behind it.
Luna
Traded
is
back.
The
Two for two.
Zipcaster's behind right.
Luna. Yeah, yeah, trade.
Your last Zukini, careful. Okay, good job. Okay, they don't have anything yet.
They get all pushing in left. He didn't drop though.
Chargers on right, blasters right.
Oh, there was a brush sharking behind us the entire time. Still there.
Yeah, I can get him.
Got him.
Nice shots.
I was
Yeah.
painting up, and I'm just like that's not.
Oh, he solo crabbed me.
normal.
Thank you. It's amazing.
All right, let's get control left.
I'm on the left.
Raining left. And then
Yeah, the tower's pushing ahead of
Famous
them.
pro.
They didn't rotate with it.
Luna on me. I'm
Rush
dead.
bottom right, got him.
Ooh,
One behind the
Luna, be
tower. Oh, they
careful.
zipcasted top
Jump
left.
back. Yeah. Dropping on left side, be careful.
Tower vacked. Blasters with them. They're jumping in. I'm kind of isolated over here.
Oh no.
Luna got me. Luna coming right again. Or left, sorry.
Ooh, that's a nice.
Oh!
Luna's last
Just
left.
gonna-
Luna's
just
last left.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought he was gonna push more.
They're low. They're sharking low right
They
right
zip
now.
casted.
Yeah, he's.
They're on our plat.
surpassed. Yeah, he's happy he got my kill, and then he's gonna die. Amazing.
There's several in mid.
Question?
Got one.
Left? Question mark?
There's a jump in on
Nice.
left. How did that
I'm
miss?
gonna got
Ugh.
on tower. Luna is one. Luna is dead.
I'm
Nice.
pushing up on the right here. I'll see if I can be a nuisance from behind. I have crab.
Careful for top left. We don't have a lot of
The
pressure
pro,
up there.
Yeah,
Nice.
Don't worry. Don't worry, I got it.
All right. You got that. Nice.
Luna.
Still top
is
left,
one.
nice.
Luna is dead. Be careful, the sniper. I'm dead. Sniper is dropping mid. Be careful.
There's one on me though too. Ah, I'm down.
The sniper is still in mid. What?
Got
Nice.
one. Charger down.
There we go. Keep.
Yeah,
Another one on
Left side,
tower.
left side,
Traded.
left side, left side,
Three
left
down.
side.
Wait. Go.
Okay, I'll checks you right. I'll go.
Be careful.
Oh, there's
someone
one
close.
here. One
Yeah.
here.
We're
He
close to
stacked
lead.
Twice. First. Nice.
Chargers above me.
Nice lead.
Yeah, I can.
Go for check if you can. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm down a bomb. My bad.
No problem.
Yeah, we got 3 down, so we're good.
Good.
Hello, Charger.
I should
Hello,
probably
Charger,
jump back.
my
Yeah,
old
no.
friend.
Be careful, Davy.
Fresh flank.
Yeah, he's one. Nice. I tried. Did.
All right.
Zucchini.
Back up. Regroup. Get special.
Yeah.
Is there someone pushing you? I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna get crab.
These
Okay.
are casted.
Casters.
Zipcast weak.
He's not.
Got him.
He was not weak. Oh, there's another.
I hit him
Zipcast.
once,
Ah,
so he probably healed it.
I'm sharking kind of right beside the tower here.
Okay.
So if they push up, I'm here.
Charger got me top left. They're jumping to it.
Just gonna wait.
Yeah. I'm just trying to throw the attention.
Charger's, like,
so
right
they
on top of
don't
Debbie now.
get you. I'm just gonna jump
I know.
back.
Go
It
Luna's
should
here.
not
Oh, I
be
got
here.
Luna.
Careful,
You got a
there's
pressure
one
tower,
right
though.
still.
Tower
There's
down.
one underneath.
Got
There
two.
we go.
Another one below.
Be careful, you're
Got
going
him.
gem. Oh,
There we go.
nice shot. Nice, nice, nice. It's the time for Booyah.
Left truck, Luna.
Zukini, I can stay on the tower. I mean, we could play more defensively. I think we don't really need to push.
Brush
that hard.
low right here. One.
I'm dead. Pro on
There we go.
tower. Pro on tower. I mean, near. Drop
They
on
dropped
that
left.
I got
side.
it.
Nice, good job.
I'm
Luna.
crabby.
We don't need to push.
Luna top mid
One
or
drop
top
on
left.
left. Yeah.
They dropped on me. Got him.
Going to help.
Okay, two feet. Yeah, nice.
Gee.
I was literally just squidding on the tower wall until for the last 3 seconds. So I was like, I'll just pop up when the time happens.
All right. Carbine says scrim. We're actually right about to switch to the VOD reviews right now, unfortunately. Although this would be a
Carbine.
good squad to do it with, honestly. What is the secret to your decision-making skill? So the first thing is that I've played this series of video games for coming up on 6,000 hours. That helps. The second thing is watch my videos and I will explain them. Because that is a series of videos that I am currently working on. It's about specifically decision-making in this game. Okay, so that brings us to the VOD review segment. So we will start over here because from here I don't have to switch scenes and it's easier. So we're gonna go and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 and oh, let's go. Good stuff. All right.
Wait, that's too good.
So we are
Let's
going
go,
to
guys.
start with Zukini. This is a Glugadoolies on Clamblitz, I think it was Museum, which is a really good map mode. This is, there are a lot of maps in this game that are rough, but this is actually one of them that I approve of for competitive play and everything. I think this is actually really well designed. Okay. So let's take a quick look at the comps here. And I'll also be taking a glance back and forth at chat when I can. Opinion on rollers. Roller is definitely more, like, Splat Roller is more viable than I think it was, and Fling's a Roller is actually really strong right now. But the short-range ambush rollers have the problem that short-range ambush playstyle is... It takes a lot of resources from your team to set up, and there are a lot of counters to it, so it works, but not as well as other things. It's something that you do if you one-trick the weapon. But the Fling's a Roller just farms for missiles and plays like a zoning skirmisher, and that works really well. Jem acknowledged me for the second time. Oh my god, you're so famous. Just the weapon I wanted to watch. Recommended builds or abilities for Splatter Shot. Ninja Squid, Stealth Jump. Probably some swim speed to counteract the Ninja Squid, but definitely intensify action. I would say at least a main of it, so that your jump accuracy is a little better. Definitely want some quick super jump, maybe save you from some situations that are not great. Oh, and not stealth jump, because so stealth jump is normally very good, but there are so many sloshing machines right now that Object Shredder is actually insane, because you can shred a Booyah Bomb with a single shot of Trizuka. So if you damage them a little bit, but then they get the Booyah in the air, you still just one-shot them with Trizuka despite the armor. It's nuts. Okay. Where does an average but rapidly improving player find a group to do coordinated play on call? There are looking for game chats all over the place. There's one in the Squid School server. There is also one in like a whole bunch of different servers you can check in Inkopolis Crosswalk, which is a Discord server that is basically a list of other Discord servers. You can find that in the resources section of the Squid School Discord. Oh boy. Object Shredder. Yes, Object Shredder shreds armor better than, like... So, Booyah Bomb armor, the armor that you get from Respawn, it used to be Ink armor, which is the same mechanic here as you get from Respawn and Squid Rolling and stuff. So, yeah, anyway. There are so many questions in chat, and unfortunately, I am not going to have a chance to answer all of them. Otherwise, it's just going to be another, like, 3 hours of sitting here on stream. Because that's how that always goes. I just get asked more questions than I can answer as fast. So I'm going to move on to the VOD review here, but I will definitely sit for as long as I can and do some Q&A after the fact. Okay, so comps. We've got Slosher, solid weapon, good displacement special. Glugas, they have a really, really good kit, including a displacement special. So you're in really good shape in terms of being able to push and get in and start fights. Got a Brush, who's going to have Zipcaster. I have a relatively low opinion of Zipcaster, but, you know, if there's going to be a weapon that's going to be able to use it, it's a Brush. 96. Inkvac is going to be strong situationally, and in other cases, going to get blown up. Especially against the Hydra. Because what a Hydra does to an Inkvac is it just keeps firing at the Inkvac. And it doesn't matter, because in between when you get the Inkvac charged and when you fire the shot, there is enough time for the Hydra to splat you. And so you just kind of lose as long as the other team focus fires you there. So that's something that you'll see in coordinated play, but here, I don't know. It's this early in the game. I don't know that people are going to know that. They have a really standard composition other than the Hydra. If you swap the Hydra out for an A-leader, you've got like a totally meta composition right there. And the Hydra's, you know, filling pretty much the same role, so they're in pretty good shape. They've got good range coverage. They're mostly shooters, so they're going to have a lot of maneuverability. They have a good spread of specials there. Trizuka is really powerful. Booyah is going to be great for starting fights, especially for the shooters to follow up on. So you got your work cut out for you here. Let's see what happens. So we start out coming out and collecting the clams that are on here, and then we're immediately turning to collect information. This is good. You want to, you know... I would say even while you're collecting the clams, and maybe this is the camera smoothing, like stopping this from happening. For those who don't know, the spectator cam will smooth your camera a little bit so you don't see exactly the same things that Zukini was seeing here. It will also prevent us from seeing map checks. So it's entirely possible that Zukini, as they were coming out, was checking the map to see the trails that the other players were coming in from. We don't know that. You know, you can also be checking to see what gear the enemy team is using, at least what mains they have, and that can be really useful for determining what playstyle to expect out of certain weapons. But otherwise, we're going to be able to, you know, mostly tell what it is Zukini had available to see, and we should be able to make some good conclusions. So we're starting to collect information. We're seeing where are people, and we already see that this player is out in front of us. This looks like, from the range, it is a 52 gal. No, that's gonna... Oh, that's the splash. That went a lot further than I thought it did. Okay. With any of those weapons there, you outrange them, and so I would say, like, even as early as here... Even right here, if you dodge roll forward once... Well, okay, hold on. Because if you dodge roll forward once, you fall off a ledge, and that prevents you from being able to back up as well. If this were flat ground, I would say roll forward once to start getting shots on them, and then as soon as they try to commit to getting in range of you, you roll backwards once. But there are a couple of things that I think make that a little bit less safe, one of which is that you have a wall to your back, the other of which is that the Hydra could potentially get in range if you try something like that. So I agree on further inspection with the idea of just putting the wall out there. I like that you're comboing the wall with an immediate dodge roll to get right up to the edge of the wall. Being able to go in between, like, from one side of the wall to the other one quickly is really important. It's just like how tent umbrellas do, where you stay right near the center of the wall so that whatever is happening, you're very quickly able to move to the side of the wall that actually protects you. So your teammate cleans up this player on the left here, which is great. You now have an advantage. You deny this player from having access to your base here, which is great. So you've contributed significantly to 2 splats right now. I'm not sure you had to jump out there. Let's see what all was going on. Because I think you were pressured by the Zuka, so maybe you were worried about that. But my thinking here, and I need to back up further to confirm this for myself. So you get them here. Okay, you do see a teammate go down, and so you're a little bit worried about being pinned in. Yeah, I respect that jump. I think that's smart. Because my thinking there was, what happens if an enemy player tries to pick up that power clam and just go over the box? Does that give you enough time to be able to stop them? Also, jumping back to this position on the plat, if they just go up over the box, they can see where you're landing with your jump. So you're not actually protecting yourself from that player this way. I might have just tried to shark there and maybe like peek around the side once they've given themselves away a little bit more, but either way, you know, you recognize that it was a difficult situation that you were in, and you tried your best to get out of it safely. So, good stuff. So we did just see someone around to the left, and if you didn't see that, then I will say I want you to have seen that, because peeking around that corner there is really important with your camera when you're over there. So that's a player on the left that you should be aware of that's approaching the basket here. And I'm not sure you want to be turning your back to them right now. I do like that you've got an escape route painted for yourself. You make sure that on your way forward, if you immediately meet someone on the other side of this wall, that you can just like dodge roll back and then swim away. But let's see, we I guess come up here. So this location right here, being on top of the spinner, while you do have visual access to a lot, you don't have any cover. And against a Hydra that's probably going to be pushed up on the top mid at this point in the game, where, you know, their team has this much control of the map and they're probably not going to be as pressured, I would be very worried about that Hydra, even though you have Booyah Bomb, because if they get in range of you, they can still help to shred, and another teammate is going to make it, so you definitely get shot out of that. I would have wanted to play more around the left-hand side of the spinner, because you have actual cover there that you can roll back behind if you get into trouble. And it's a place where they don't have information on your position nearly as quickly. You can also wall it off more easily than you can wall off the area over there. So there you end up not getting shredded. The Hydra is not in top mid. The Hydra is, frankly, very out of play right now, and I would have expected them to move up sooner than this. So we get away with it there, but... Alright. So, crisis averted. The push on the basket is not happening here. You are one of the longest ranged weapons on the team, so it's not a bad thing necessarily for you to be the one with the power clam, although I always suggest to consider not even having a power clam. I made a video on this that, for those who are curious about it, and I'm sure Zukini has seen it, called You're Pushing Wrong in Clam Blitz. So that video discusses why I think having a power clam is actually a huge disadvantage. So it's something to consider. Like, you may not necessarily want it. It's giving away your position for sure, taking away your ability to shark a little bit. But here, you're able to get this guy trapped, and this is a little bit overkill. I think launching a special at that guy in particular was probably a little bit overzealous on your Slosher's part, just because they were already in a 3v1 on enemy ink. Like, you just run at that guy, you splat him dead, and now you can use that tri-strike to maybe displace the Hydra or something like that. But you do still have plenty of resources to work with here. You decide to end up using the Booyah Bomb there. If you're going to use the Booyah Bomb on the left, I would definitely move to the left. You want to have follow-up on a special like that whenever you launch it. So let's go back for a second. So the way that this could have worked if the Slosher had not used the tri-strike on a random player flanking into your base was now that the Slosher could be using this on the Hydra to displace them, and then the rest of your team could be rushing forward to take out the players on the left and have, say, the Ink Vac to stagger in for the objective push. So if this were a coordinated competitive team, like that's the sort of thing I would be recommending to do, because we use a lot of resources just to get from your plat into mid, when you could have used one resource to get from plat to mid, one to get from mid to their plat, and then one to start a push on the basket, and to kind of have that sort of thing going. In any case, this is not on you at all because you aren't the one who used those specials that early. But right now, you get set up in mid, and you notice that there's a player down near you, and you're kind of stuck. You kind of have two options here, because what you're going to need to do immediately is get behind cover. You're going to need to get someplace that cuts off an angle from one of them. You need to only be in a 1v1 and not be in like a 1v3, and cover lets you do that. You've got a Hydra on the right, and so you're either going to need to displace the Hydra and go right, because they can hit you from here, or you're going to need to displace their teammates on the left and go in on the left, and keep top mid in between you and the Hydra. You probably die either way, but if you're going to throw it on the left, that's disrupting the positions of the players on the left. It's not disrupting the Hydra. So when you go to the right with a clam that is revealing your position into a position where you don't have cover from the Hydra, now they're just going to win that fight every time. If instead you go to the left with the Booyah Bomb, now the players who would have shot you normally are scrambled and running away from the Booyah Bomb, and you could potentially get a pick there to at least trade back or something. I don't like your chances of getting out of that situation whichever way you go, but the two big things here are play around your Booyah Bomb, like act on the displacement that you get from it, and two, to break up the opponent's sight lines with cover when you're trying to survive in a dangerous situation like that. And yes, as Chad is saying, always ouch at least once when you go down. Twice is usually unnecessary, and it doesn't really repeat it very well either. But that ouch can be life-saving for your teammates, and can also give away enemy positions. Okay, we just saw someone throw a bomb onto your plat from top mid, so you know there's someone sharking there. You saw them kind of like poke up out of the ink and then go back into it. So unless they have Ninja Squid, and we don't really know that, whether they have Ninja Squid or not. So I'm going to back up, because it doesn't let you look at the map screen unless the match is still playing, which is annoying. Okay, other team has no Ninja Squids. Okay, so if they move, there are going to be splashes, or at least bubbly noises, which are going to be hard to hear from here, but... Okay, so you just respect it and stay out of the way. All right. So your team has a little bit of a challenge here with approaching mid, because they have 3 short-range shooters that can all just push in whenever they want to, because they're fast and maneuverable, and they have really fast times to kill. Your weapons, you have a Slosher, you have a Galugadoolies, you have a 96 Gal. All 3 of those weapons are mid-ranged weapons, so they have an advantage in fights only if they are able to keep their max range apart from the opponents, which means that they're not going to want to get too close. They're not going to want to just rush in, because a splatter shot, whether you're right next to it or whether you're as far away from it as possible, it has the same, advantage state as long as it's within range at all. But with your weapons, you don't want to be at close range with basically any weapon. You want to be at your max range in just about any fight that you're going to take. So, except maybe like a really, really close range against a blaster if they sneak up on you or something. Anyway, you guys are going to have a little bit more trouble approaching because the comp is just a little bit less aggressive. You don't really have anyone who's going to like go in and create space for you except for maybe the brush. And the brush needs to do that very carefully. They can't just run in either. They need to like draw enemy aggro, and then you guys can all follow up on that really well. One of your best approach options right now is actually your splash wall. If you put that forward and just kind of work your way in like a K52 gal would have in Splatoon 2, or the 52 gal does in this game, that's one of your team's fastest ways in. So you kind of want to be using that to frontline a little bit to kind of start pushing forward, gaining space. Great job picking that. As soon as that player misses you, that is a winning fight. Squid roll into dodge rolling to make them miss. Well played. And it doesn't really matter that you miss some shots here and there, because you've got a teammate with you. The enemy has pushed into your color ink, so that's not going to be safe. Let's back up for just a second. Like, look at how much blue ink you've got there. The enemy player who pushes you here is way out of line getting that close. They don't know where you are. You also have dodge rolls. You have teammates behind you. Their teammates are behind them. So, like, yeah, you miss a few shots there, and, like, ideally you'd hit those. But look at the 96 who's just deleting this guy at point-blank range. It does not matter that you miss your shots. You do a great job of skirmishing there, like we talk about in the video that I released today. Okay, so you notice that your teammate is ink vacking, which you take as an opportunity to start moving forward, because the shots that are shot at you are going to get blocked. With the ink vac that far back, there's not an awful lot you're going to be able to accomplish. The enemy team just decides to disengage here. What you really need to be doing in this situation is starting to take control of the right-hand side. The left-hand side block is a great flank route, but it is too easy to defend as the enemy team. You have to make jumps to get across there safely. They can just pre-fire those for days. And so the safer way to get into the basket is to push around to the right, and then once you've got a little bit of a foothold on their spinner, then you send someone in on the left, and maybe you sneak some clams in that way. Maybe you get some picks because people are looking in the wrong direction. But most pushes are going to have to start from the right-hand side here. And so rather than focusing on like getting a wall up here and trying to be on the left, I would definitely be trying to get mid-control so that you can rotate from left to right and start getting over to that right-hand side. All right. So enemy player just rushes in with a power clam and gets deleted immediately because they're visible and there's no reason for them to be there. Okay, so we're popping the Booyah Bomb. We decided to throw this at the Hydra. So if this is our plan, then what we want to be doing is engaging on the Hydra's teammates while the Hydra is out of play. And by out of play, I mean that they have to be moving to avoid getting splatted by the Booyah Bomb. So that gets thrown at them, and we focus on these players here. That player kind of went down on their own volition, so that wasn't really anything that you had to do anything about. And now the Hydra's back into play again. My thought here is the Hydra is far enough away from anyone on your team that's going to be trying to do anything right now that it's actually probably a better play to throw the Booyah Bomb at their teammates. I need to back up further. Not bad. Okay. Another thing is, with a Booyah Bomb, you always want your team to be able to follow up when you launch it. And from right here, you're one of the furthest members forward, and you're throwing it pretty far ahead of you. So nobody's going to be able to get in and do anything with, like, the Hydra being displaced. But what you might be able to do from here, what I would consider doing, is put the Booyah Bomb in between the Trizuka player and the Clam Holder. The Hydra is kind of out of play right now, because all of your team is on the left-hand side. They're out of range to be able to hit that. They have to walk pretty significantly further forward, and then they'll have to charge, so you've got some time there. And in the meantime, you can put the Booyah Bomb so that it separates the splatter shot from the Clam Holder here, forcing the Trizuka to back up, first of all, so they don't have a good angle to shoot the Trizuka from. 2, it's blocking their vision, so they can't see where to fire the Trizuka. And 3, now this Clam Holder, I mean, they isolate themselves for you anyway. They kind of do your job for you by just doing this. That is never going to work. They have nobody in front of them. They don't know where anybody on the enemy team is. They don't have any advantages, and just there are a lot of things that are not going to work about that push. But even if they hadn't made that push normally, your Booyah Bomb would force them to make it and create this situation artificially for you. And that, I think, is how you get the most value out of that Booyah. I probably would have waited just a little bit longer so that I could get a little bit closer and follow up on the Booyah and the displacement that it causes. But it ends up working out. Again, we're not applying a lot of pressure here forward. And again, this is a comp problem, but you are one of the players on the team who is most capable of remedying that. Seeing that the Hydra is on the left-hand side, I would rotate to the right and start to try and take some map control and get control of the enemy's right side ramp. Because right now from here, we're kind of just letting the enemy team let their splash respawn and jump back into the map without punishing them for being in a 4v3 situation. Like, you had a numbers advantage there, and as a result of that numbers advantage, we just backed up. And that's just going to let the enemy team get their numbers advantage equalized again. You also have 17 clams right now as a team. So, like, there's no need to wait just for the sake of the objective. Like, if you had a, big advantage, but you only had, like, 2 clams, okay, it totally makes sense to kind of paint up, get control of the map, and wait a little bit before you try to go in. But we're not even really painting up that much of mid to try and get control or anything. We're not really, like, taking any space. And so we're letting the enemy team kind of walk back in here, get their specials, and get ready without having as much of an impact as we could. That situation, there was a fight you definitely could have helped with a little bit more. You don't have to help that much, and in fact, your teammate actually pulled it off anyway. But we see that developing in front of us. We know that we have, like, all of this paint around us right now. We've got a wall in front of us. Like, if you just walk forward, even just dual reticle and fire a few shots at that player's direction, that makes it a lot more likely that Rouge God here is able to take them out. And on top of that, because we, like, turn around here, we lose track of what's happening in that fight. We don't have the information about whether that player won or lost until we turn back around. We didn't need to turn around because we didn't need to paint our feet or anything. So maybe this is the camera smoothing screwing things up, but, like, this player right here who's, like, walking forward, you could already be firing shots at them if you just stayed focused on that engagement. You had a wall to protect you. If that wall starts going down, if, like, the Hydra starts trying to shred it, yeah, then back up. But there was no pressure on you. There's no reason for you to be backing up right now. And you back up even further when, again, like, you could have been had an impact on all 3 of those engagements that just happened. So the fights have been going even or in your favor, but as a result of the non-aggression here, we're backed all the way up onto our spinner. Like, we have less ground now than we did before we won fights. And you're also not, like, you already have special, so painting isn't really a priority, and you're not really painting that much here. But, like, we've got to get forward and get something going here. We've got a special popped. This wall is so far back that nobody on their team can possibly hit it. The Hydra is all the way over on their plat. They can't reach over here. And now, if you push in front of this, the player in front of you can bomb your wall. Well, okay. Only one of them has a bomb that'll do that. It's the splatter shot. But if that player were the splatter shot, you wouldn't be able to push in front of that wall. So you definitely want to be using your range to paint your way out of that. So instead of the way to push in against that splatter shot there, you have to do it kind of slowly, because if you do let them get in range, you lose the fight. But here's what you can do. From right here, if somebody approaches the blue ink that's in front of you, first of all, they'll have to paint their own feet to be able to even get close to you. So that gives you extra time. Secondly, because they're painting their feet to try and get close to you, and because they're trying to take some time to move close to you, you have free shots because you have longer range than they do. So if you just, instead of throwing this wall, walk forward towards this space and are ready to even just dual reticle fire at them, you can dissuade anybody on their team except the Hydra from walking any closer to you. If the 52 gets up there, then yeah, they can throw a wall, and at that point you can just dodge roll backwards and you're perfectly safe again. You can throw your own wall out there. So you can be playing this a lot more aggressively, knowing where the Hydra's at right now, seeing them across the way. Okay. And again, we're just kind of staying here on the plat. This is... it's very, very difficult for your team to move forward. And, like, again, we've established that that's a comp thing. But when you see, you know, that sort of a situation where nobody's moving forward, like, sometimes you got to step a little bit outside your comfort zone and do it for the team. Like, what the team needs right now is a frontliner. And you could be that frontliner. You're not the ideal weapon for the job, but somebody's got to do it. And right now, the only person who's trying is FIP here, and they're forced to back up. All right. So Apples pops the Zipcaster here, and they're going in. The only way that I think this has any success is if there is other pressure being applied to the enemy team. You need to do something to help this player, or they will just get shredded. My thinking is, let's throw a Booyah Bomb where it is they're trying to aggress and hope they can stay alive until it goes off. They cannot. And so they just go down there. Yeah. That was a situation where your team hit multiple go buttons and nobody went. As soon as, like, a special gets popped, like, you've got all 4 members up, you can't just sit back and let the enemy team walk forward. They're going to start pushing in on you, and this is exactly what's going to happen. Your team is going to trickle in one at a time if they don't all go in together, and you're just going to lose ground, and now they score. So the problem that has happened in summary so far is that nobody is pushing the enemy team back, and so even when you win fights, you're not taking advantage of the numbers advantage you've got. You're not taking advantage of the space that you've earned yourself to be able to walk forward into. You're not using your walls aggressively to zone the enemy team back. You're not using your range against them. And so slowly, bit by bit, they're just chipping away at the space you have in mid until they're able to win a conclusive fight, which will happen eventually because even when your team does end up committing to a fight, nobody's following up on it. Okay, so team stops one player. We're going to be able to stop this player most likely. Ooh, that was a little bit laggy there. Let's drop back and see what happened. All right, so from right here, again, you outrange anything that is not a Hydra. And if the Hydra does show up, they can't hit you very easily because you're on the downhill part of this slope. You just take your range and delete whoever that is in front of you. You don't need to be scared of them. You do not need to play as safely as you are playing. If you just hard engage right there, especially since they're splatting your teammate in the meantime, you just get that pick. But because you're as cautious as you are about how you approach them, they're able to get to an angle where it's hard for you to retaliate, and they end up trading. And it takes your third teammate to be able to take them out. You can play more aggressively than you are playing both mechanically and tactically here. Okay, nice. Team cleans that up. Right now, as I'm coming out here, what I'm thinking is, where are other clam scorers going to come from? You need to lock that area out. If you see this whole left-hand side of Spinner here is painted, then even if someone tries to come that way, you're going to see them before they get to the basket. What you need to worry about is the areas that aren't painted your color, or the areas that are closer to mid. Right side is actually where you're most likely to see other players coming and trying to sneak in from. And if someone were to come in from the right side, your positioning right now is not ideal for dealing with that. I would want you looking more, like, being more in the sort of position that Rouge God is in right now. And once you know that you're safe in that position, I'd want you painting more out on the left-hand side to deny the enemy team easy access to your ramp. And I'd want you getting some paint down in mid, both to be able to farm for your Booyah Bomb and give your team some space so that they can, you know, push forward, get map control back, and not just be stuffed back in their base here. Okay, we know that there's a player down there. I don't know if that was quite as easy to see on your end, but let's take a look back here real quick. Oh, so we grab a power clam here. So, think about it, you know, that wall there. It is only possible for there to be a wall in that location if there is an opponent directly below this ledge. And you see that they are in the bottom left corner of your screen there, and that a teammate is also shooting at them. And then you just kind of walk away from that. That's an opportunity where they're cornered, and between you and your teammate, you should be able to take them out. We do finally get them over here, but it takes two of your teammates an awful lot of time when, like, a single dodge roll down with good aim just deletes that player while they're aiming at something else. Now, that said, the fact that you had the power clam does diminish your ability to have an impact on that fight. If you're going to try and take that fight, I would throw the power clam before I go for it, so that they don't have that prior warning. But, like, my other question is, like, not just, like, why didn't we go for that fight, but when we moved over to the right, what was it that we were trying to do here? We've got a brush who's out way in front of us, like right at the edge of our range, and they're not getting shot at. So that means that you do have control of that space, and you can move forward into that space to a degree. And you do, and then you just immediately back up. And I'm not sure why we're moving over to the, like, we're not committing to any one thing to do. And during all of this time that you're rotating back and forth, you are not helping in the fight on the left. You're not painting out into mid to get more space. You're not pushing up with the brush to potentially, you know, work with it as a pair of two and get a pick. You're just kind of holding the power clam, and you're not having an impact on the game right now. It's like, yeah, I understand that, like, you probably want to keep the power clam safe because it's the last 20 seconds, and if you go down, then your team loses that advantage, but we've got to get something going here. We need a push to 46 remaining. So you got to put 54 points into the basket to win this game. We got to get some control of mid and get a really solid, like, lock on the map to be able to pull that off. We need to take a few more risks than we're currently taking. I anticipate that this Booyah Bomb is not going to accomplish much, because look at how much orange there is on the map. Even if you throw this with pinpoint accuracy at any one player on their team, they just run backwards, and wherever they're standing right now, they get away from it. If you throw this behind the brush in such a perfect way that they have to run, they can go sideways in either direction instead of having to be forced forward into you. So there really isn't much that this is going to do because we don't have that same forward pressure that I've been talking about that we need. So, like, that'll get thrown over there. And that's not a bad one, because that isolates this player directly in front of you. But now we need to dive on them. And we did. We got that player down. We need that player down because isolating them was the thing the Booyah Bomb accomplished. And if we don't take advantage of that isolation in the time that we have, nothing comes of the Booyah Bomb. I would have liked to see you actually trying to dive on that player there instead of, like, leaving it to your teammates, because there's not that much else in front of you. You're not that much of a painting weapon either. You're better served with slaying because your fire rate is just so low. So I'd be thinking, like, maybe don't directly roll at them to put yourself in their range, but, like, try to maybe drop over the ledge and roll away from them to kite them and get them stuck in the corner or something. Because, again, like, we're basically making, like, putting ourselves in a lot of positions where the teammates are at an artificial numbers disadvantage. If we don't, you know, have an impact on these fights, It's your team of 3 other players that are trying to push up. And you're not, like, getting in there and having that much of an impact. Here, your team is looking for a fight on the right, but I can see what you might be looking at here. You're seeing if you can protect the zip caster with a wall, probably. Okay. This is really dangerous. You are the clam holder, and it is in overtime right now. If you take the fights a little bit earlier, then there is maybe time to make another clam, maybe time for a teammate to save the clam. But right now, if you go down with that clam, this is a worse time to lose it. And now you're putting yourself up on top mid, where you don't have range against the Hydra, but you also don't have cover to avoid it. So you need to not stay there too much. You definitely don't want to be rolling from that position. The Trizuka comes very close to being able to snipe you out. It looks kind of lucky that you get away with this, rather than that this is like directly intended to dodge the Trizuka. So like once the overtime clicks in here, we want to be sticking to areas where we have cover and taking fights where we isolate things like the Hydra out of the fight. We don't give them line of sight so that we're in an effective numbers advantage because they can't have an impact. But standing right here, there are too many players that can see you. There are too many players that can have an impact, that can attack you from here. Now we might... Okay, so we decide to throw it there. My thinking here is, instead of throwing it to the left of them, throw it at them. Because let's take a look at what this would do. Backed up a little much. So, there's a player on the left with a wall. And then you've got a Trizuka and a Hydra on the right. Let's think about what happens if you throw it at the Trizuka and the Hydra directly, like right behind that piece of cover. They can't use that pillow at all anymore. They have to either back up behind Spinner, they have to move all the way to the left to where that player with the wall already is, so they're not covering another angle. Like, they're covering the same angle as that 52 is, so they're not adding anything to their team's ability to defend that way. Or they have to back up all the way behind Spinner. I think I said that one already. The other one is that they have to drop off to the right. If they drop off to the right and your team sees that, your team can clean that up. A Hydra down there is just going to have to jump out. If they back up behind the Spinner, you've forced them backwards. And what you might end up doing, if you throw it well enough, is force one of them backwards and one of them forwards off the ledge, in which case your team can clean them up in mid, while the other one doesn't have line of sight on them. Throwing it where you do here... The 52 is going to be safe from this. They've got too much paint behind them. They're going to be able to run away. And if you throw it all the way behind them, that forces them forward onto their own plat. They're still safe. And they even have a wall up to protect them. So you're not going to really get much out of displacing the 52. But if you displace the 2 players on the right, now your team gets to move to the right and start taking ramp. Because they're forced out of that position. They cannot defend from there. And now you're closer to the basket, and now you're closer to being able to score. I think what it also might have done, if Apples had timed this just the tiniest bit differently, is you might have saved them from the Hydra here, because the Hydra would be forced to move. But what's going to happen now is nobody has been picked. Nobody is really out of play and unable to defend this. And... even though you get a pick there, the 52 was, able to step in and get around your wall. Whereas if you booyah on the right and then start working in from the right, all of your opponents are in more of the same direction. There are, like, fewer angles you have to account for. Team goes in and tries to get the ball up, but it doesn't go there in time. Even if they make it, they don't score enough because the rest of your team has been splatted at that point. And this is taking a very long time to end. Okay, there we go. I was a little bit worried there for a second. So, I think I've made my main points pretty abundantly clear. The comp didn't help you out here, but there was not enough aggression. When you had advantages, you didn't take space back with them. And so even though you did definitely win some fights, the other team, when they won fights, did something with those fight wins. Whereas your team just kind of kept hanging back and not pushing forward. So, like, you got that one pick on the splash, for example. Nothing was gained from that. No paint was gained from that. No space was gained from that. No other picks were gained from that. You didn't go and, like, get more clams. You didn't gain access to their base. So when you have advantages, you generally need to be pushing them more than you were here. I know that Zukini... Ooh, where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Zukini has been muted in the stream so far, but let me scroll up and see if there were any questions. So I should be paying more attention to the paint on the ground for my booyahs. That's one way to think about it. The paint on the ground, think about it as like mobility for your opponents. You want to look at, like, where is there a cluster of opponents that are in a strong position, and how can I use my Booyah Bomb to disrupt that position? If they're able to escape, then you're not able to disrupt them as much because they're able to get out of there. But if you throw it on some place where someone's isolated and don't have a lot of paint, they have to work their butt off to get out of that situation instead of just like, LOL, I'm going to press a ZL and hold backwards and survive. Forcing them to, like, devote their attention specifically to escaping is going to disrupt what they're able to, you know, do on the map more than if they're able to just back away. All right. So feel free to ask me any questions anytime, Zukini. You know, you can always DM me or whatever. But I am probably going to move on to Kix's VOD. Kix's VOD is actually uploaded to the interwebs. So I will be switching my stream view, which means I have to do a couple of things on here real quick. And oh my goodness, I have not had my alert sounds on. So it looks like I'm only missing follows and subscriptions here. Unless there was a raid or something that happened earlier. No, okay. So let me get that fixed up real quick. There it is. So there's this. I unchecked that box and now I can hear things. And then we go here, here, here. And do this, pull this over here, and we should be able to just click that and be ready to go. Okay. Good, good, good. So let's do that for the time being. All right. Are VOD reviews only for games over losses? No, not necessarily. Losses do tend to have a lot that you can learn from. But unless it's like a blowout, you're going to learn either way. Okay. Oops. Accidentally clicked something, and I don't want to have clicked it. Okay. Let's get started here. I'm going to scooch Mr. Grizz a little bit so that I can hit the space bar. Shoot. How is it convenient to move Mr. Grizz? We will shift him over here. Can we shift him over here? Would this work? There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're cooking with gas. He's got a little platform he's got to sit on, and that platform is not laying flat. There we go. Okay. There we go. Much better, much better. Alrighty then. So Kix, you here?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Now I can ask you questions and stuff.
Yep.
And look. I have Epic Pen. You actually can't see it because I am not
Yes.
not streaming that yet. I need to go here. First, I need to go here and do this. That is not correct. First, I need to go here and do this. There we go. Now we go here and here and here. And hopefully, Epic Pen shows up here. Does it show up? Is there a yellow thing across the screen right now?
No.
Rats. Okay. In that case, oops. I will have to go to display capture probably for that. So let me move a couple of things around here. And then if we switch to from this to this. Okay. Now, when I scribble, you should see that.
Right.
Okay, perfect. All right. That should be everything we need to get started. Oop. That's the OBS window. And that's the trick. All right. So, let's get started. So we've got a pretty good comp. Not a ton of paint. You paint well, 52 paints well, but Nautilus and Tetris both need a lot of paint to set them up. So that might be a little bit of a challenge. They're in a similar position, though. They've got a range blaster and a charger together. Those are the charger can paint a bit better, but it's generally not going to want to. But then they have two painting weapons in the Flingza and the 52, so pretty balanced team comps here. Against the charger, I believe they have the range advantage there, but you're going to be able to hit them up over ledges and stuff. You know, you're suited to countering that decently well. So let's see what we can do here. So we're getting information. You see someone's dropped mid. You also know that there's someone coming left. You're in a pretty exposed position. You don't have like a lot of cover, so I would be worried about where the charger pops up unless you like are keeping tabs on where they are. So we know charger's on the right, and that gives us license to move up. I like, you know, how aggressively you're moving up here. You're denying them paint. I'm surprised that your teammates are not following up on that to the left. I guess maybe your Tetris went down on left or something. You're in trouble now because you were already in a numbers disadvantage, I think. No, it was 1-for-1. But with that player going down in front of you, I wouldn't want to do anything more after this. Like, I guess you've already popped your special, so you kind of do have to throw it to get out of there. You pop it right there. You do, right as soon as they go down is when this gets popped. Seeing that, number one, they're by themselves. Number two, that you know there are two opponents over there. And that you're not able to, like, assist that. I don't feel super safe standing right here right now. And this should result in you going down, yeah. So the time to be backing up. You've got the missiles on you and everything. Looks like the missiles get that player. As soon as this player goes down, you don't want to be like jumping forward with this. You don't want to be like running towards the enemy ink. There's no player on your team in between you and the enemy front line right now. Plus you're in a 2v4. Or I guess it's a 2v3 because their charger went down, but they're spawned again. So you want to be getting out of here right now, trying to preserve yourself. So you do have a teammate on the back left side that's got a pick and is now flanking. So it looks like, yeah, they actually get another one too. So great job by the 52. They're going to win your team a numbers advantage. Nautilus immediately goes down, so it's even now. I'm a little worried right now because you, for one thing, have used a lot of ink. For two, you're right on top of all of your other teammates, so if like a range blaster gets in here, they're hitting like 3 people at once. And because everyone's clustered in the same spot, you're not covering a different angle than what your teammates are looking at. So I do like that you turn to look to the left, but you're already out of ink and not really able to do an awful lot here. I think some of these shots, like a few of those probably could have been saved. You've already got teammates who are watching that angle for you. So, like, yes, painting it can help them sometimes, but it's not likely to lead to a pick or anything. And with your ink already that low, you might want to be backing off a little bit. So I like that you recognize, okay, I'm low on ink, I'm going to need help for this. You call this way, that's perfect. Teammate takes him out. And you booyah, which reinforces that that is exactly what you were asking for them to do. They did what you asked them to, and it rewards them too, because, like, they did a good job. They did. So, like the communication abilities there. Nice. You almost got them picked off there. And the teammate is able to follow up perfect, and again, another booyah. Nice. This is a really aggressive position to take, but if you can get up here, this could be nuts. Nice. You take out the charger. Now they don't have that ranged pressure on the tower. I think that's a worthwhile trade. That gets you a lot more distance on the tower, and you can jump back in before the push is even dead. Okay, what happens here? I think what happens here is you simply fire too many shots from the same position without moving. If you're just, like, standing out there not hitting things and firing that many shots, the enemy team is going to know, one, that you're kind of alone here because they've got a numbers advantage on the screen right here. So
Yeah, they just died.
so they just went down. So the enemy team knows that they can start moving in, and let's back up for just a second. So you're already one down, and the tower's over here on the right, which means that your teammates are more likely to be focusing on that than they are whatever you're looking at. So you're unlikely to get as much from this angle. I would maybe try to fire like one shot over on the left just to suppress them, but then try and find an angle on the right where you can assist over there, because you're not playing tower path right now. And as soon as that player starts moving in, like, you're in trouble. It's unfortunate that the blaster comes over here, but, like, they're coming over here because you're the only player left to splat. Like, when your teammates start going down, you got to be careful. Like, the zone that they were controlling is collapsing. The enemy team is going to be taking that back. So, ooh, and now someone tried jumping into you, and they're probably going to go down for that. Unless they're cracked. Yeah, they go down for that. So we've staggered quite a bit. Because as the push disintegrated, we didn't, like, back up or, you know, preserve our ink or, like, give ourselves escape routes. Even if they hadn't painted your feet just now and you had ink, you would still have to paint your feet behind you. Because you've got all of this. Maybe I shouldn't use yellow, you know? That might be an intelligent thing to stray away from, since that's what's on screen right now. I think that would be smart. So this area of the map right here would all have still been painted behind you regardless. So you spend too long, like, focusing on that thing on the top left that, one, isn't having an impact on the objective, two, isn't very likely to get you benefit because your teammates can't follow up on you very well with that, and three, makes you visible in a place where you have no cover and no escape route. But the Tetras jumping into you was their fault. They should have seen that that was not safe. That is a brave jump, and, like, I trust that that charger is not looking at you. But if they see you coming, like, they already have charge ready. They can just take you out of the air. So at higher levels, I would be very worried about making a play like that. I would wait until they've fired a shot and then drop down and do this. So that they definitely do not just use that shot to snipe you, and then you are going to be able to get a free shot or two in before they can get away. Good job, though. You do get them. Alright. So, if you're worried about this corner, like, dropping down like this, if there was someone sharking there, they're already on top of you. Like,
Yeah,
if
I was
they're...
thinking the same thing at the moment.
Yeah, like, if you want to check a corner like that, I would say throw a point sensor right on this spot, because then the radius catches that whole corner there. But I'm not super worried about that either, because I would think that at this point in time, if they haven't done something by now, like, they've had this player's back if they're in there sharking. And, like, this whole area isn't even really painted, so they would have had to come, like, over the top and then drop down and then sit here for a minute. Like, I think there are a lot of clues out on the map that there's probably not someone there. And so, like, this is a situation where we've got a 3v2 on the map. What we want to be doing is pushing our advantage. Now, I was talking a lot about needing to be aggressive, needing to be a little bit of a frontliner on the last VOD review. And while you are an Explosher and you are the last weapon that should be doing that on your team, and you have players who have competently been doing so, I'm not asking you to, like, push up to the front line, but go with your front line and follow up on the fights that they're starting, because you are the numbers advantage on your team, if you want to think about it like that. If they go in and you're not there, they're in a 2v2. If they go in and you're watching their fight, now that's a 3v2, now that's an advantage. But because we are spending all of this time just sitting behind them, it's basically a coin flip whether our two random teammates versus their two random enemy players end up winning that. Also, turning around to check that denies you a lot of information on the map. Like, you're not as sure about where people are going to be. So, if during that time we instead spend it, like, following up and figuring out, you know, oh, our 52 is in a fight over here, it wouldn't have taken us as long to rotate over here. We could have had an impact. We could probably, like, pick this player and actually win this fight. But because of the positioning, we end up back in a numbers disadvantage. Notice again that they have a numbers advantage, so we want to be playing a little bit carefully, making sure to back up, let our teammates get back in, anchoring for them, you know, giving them jumps if need be. Yeah. So you get that trade back. I still don't think this is a good place to be. From here, your Nautilus, which is more of a frontline weapon than you, is only up this far. I would want you to be behind them for a couple of reasons. One, you actually have a better angle because you're an Explosher to be able to hit up over the top and stop someone from rushing this guy. From here, the only thing you can hit is someone who's behind this ledge, and that's not who your teammate is scared of right now. Number two, as soon as you see, oh, there is a blaster, I am now separated from my teammate, you need to get out of here. There's no help for you. As soon as any frontliner is up over the top of you, you don't have a great angle to be able to hit them cleanly, and you're not going to be able to splat them that fast anyway because you have a slow time to kill compared to them. So this is a time to just hightail it. Getting this trade ends up not being worth it because it's just a 1-for-1, and now an opponent knows exactly where you are and can just land on you with a roller flick. So rotating to the left here. I feel like this is a good position if you have no faith that you're going to be able to defend at first checkpoint. But if you think you can, I kind of like the idea of going... This is going to be really hard to see, but going to the right instead and sitting behind this wall right here to hit up over the top at people who are in this area or over to the right where the tower has to go. When you go over to this side, over here, this starts to have an impact once the tower is about in this location. But up until that point in time, your teammates are kind of on their own. And the tower is pretty much uncontested. So going over here is basically giving up the first checkpoint completely for free.
I felt like we were gonna lose the first checkpoint, like, just, like, there's one who just died in mid, not who just died, so I was like, no, we're not gonna get this, so it's better to take back left side, to pressure from both sides. And so the sniper can stay on left for free too.
My thinking is, yeah, that's true. Like, if the charger does get into place, that can be trouble. Although, you can I think you can hit from here at least partway onto the stacks. Yeah. That's a good thought, though, that you need to kind of you need to counter the charger from being in that position. I hadn't thought about that. I do think that with some pressure on the right, you probably could have at least stalled the tower push long enough for your teammate to get back, but with all of you being in one place, yeah, might be better to cut your losses, especially since you have such a big lead right now. I'm trying to think how you move forward from here. Because the problem right now is that since you're so far away from the tower, if you try to move close enough to have an impact on the tower, you get too close to the enemy team. Like, if you try to move up onto left stack right now, the roller just gets rid of you. It might have been a better play, instead of coming here, to instead go to here. Because from here, you still have that impact that you want on the left stack. But now, if need be, you could rotate over to this position and start pushing up from here. Or you can just, like, be down here and be launching stuff up over the top. But people in mid don't have immediate access to you, and you still have control over all of the things that are important there. But this location just still feels too far out of the way. It feels like you're isolating yourself. Nice. Nice. All right. Team is able to follow up from the side. You deny them that left side approach. This is good. This is good. And you recognize that there's someone on the other side of there, and so you pressure them out. They don't respect it, and they go down. Now you just have to worry about this one player over here. I like that you just kind of... let's see. So you take that player out. This player has definitely dropped down. And I think you do hit them with this shot. Maybe you don't.
Yeah, but I didn't know where they went. So I was...
It's like, if you... Here's my thinking. If you take that player out, your teammate can flank around to the right, and you're still installed on right stack, which is a strong backline position. If you go over to the left, now your teammate is in a 1v1 with a roller, and who knows how that goes. Ooh, was that a collat? That's so unfortunate. Do we see the charger there? We do see the charger, and at this point, you definitely need to be getting behind cover. You probably want to just drop off the tower to the right-hand side here if Jonathan is planning on staying. So do something like this so that this is still in the way, and then once you get down, the tower is actually protecting you at that point.
Actually, I've, like, personally, at this moment, like, right as you see the sniper, I saw it, but at the same time, you can see with the laser, he's, like, almost fully charged, so I would not have the time to run away.
Well,
So I
what
wanted
buys
to
you
make
the
like
what
a
buys
left
you the time is not the time, it's the cover.
Mhm.
That's why I'm saying you drop off in this direction.
Yeah. But I think it will still reach. I think.
Not well. You can block charger shots with the tower pole here. If you position yourself carefully enough on this side of it, that charger shot will be able to miss you. You have to position it kind of carefully, but you can make them miss by having that in between you. And then once you're off the ledge, you don't have to worry as much about the angle because now the tower's in the way. What does get you sniped is if you are anywhere at this angle or at this angle. Let me back up. So if you're doing anything in this zone in front of it, or some ways behind, I should actually draw that more like this. If you're doing anything in this zone here, that is when you get sniped. But there is some wiggle room to get out of this just by using cover. And yes, you have to sit on the same spot that Jonathan is sitting on, but as long as you've got the tower pole in between you and that, then one of you can get off and use this for cover, and then you can go to pressuring them. But like I was talking about before with the jump that you did off of your snipe when the charger was watching from their stacks on the right, as soon as you've revealed yourself here and they have charge against, a charger of the level that you're capable of fighting against, they're going to hit you.
Run speed.
Okay, so you're missiled right away. What I would probably think to do, especially as the backliner, as someone who doesn't want to be as far forward, is I would run forward to get the missiles to drop in front of me, and then run backwards to not get locked too far forward.
That is behind me.
No, because they're running forward right now themselves. So like they're shooting this way, they're signaling they intend to move that way. If you get the missiles to drop in front, then they still have the option to either back up with you or to run forward in front of your missiles, and either way they can dodge them. But it's because you are the one who went further forward. What happens is now your teammate is the one who's stuck further back, and they're the more aggressive weapon than you. They're a 52 gal. They're more okay with being forward, whereas you would rather be back. So that's my thinking on it. I think like you run forward a little bit, get the missiles to drop in front of you, and then pause there. And that pause should indicate to your teammate, oh, they're staying here, and then you back up or go to the left, whichever is safe at that point. Ends up not making any difference at all. And this isn't a bad position for you to be in. You're able to get that picked cleanly, and now it's just the range blaster we need to worry about. I like that you're taking this position. You know that the charger's over there, and you can harass them. So you hit them there.
That's a good fight that I took. I thought I would 90 him on the second shot, but I just missed.
I think this is still winnable, but here's what needs to happen. Like, you hit about this radius right here, and the charger is on about this spot. So in order for them to dodge, what they're probably going to do is go this way. Because if you fire in the same spot, that's what gets them away from it. So you want to like cover the option that they're likely to take as they move. And you fire to the left of them again. What they're more likely to do is move to the right. So they just kind of get away. After that second shot whiffs, now I'm concerned. Now I'm like, okay, I need to get out of this. Now I'm not firing again because that's giving them too long to get a shot on. They've missed just now. I have this much time to get behind some piece of cover, to either run backwards out of their range, run to the right, where you might be able to get that up pillow in time, but I'd probably just try and like either get around to the left if they can't hit around this angle and jump out, or back up if you think you have the time to. But firing this next shot is really what gets you picked. And they're able to take out another one, and your teammate dies on the tower. So that's dead push for sure. So you only have this one teammate here, and they're a frontliner. You're not a frontliner. This is not a position that's advantageous to you. It's not even particularly advantageous to them. If someone comes up over the left-hand side, you are again in a lot of trouble. I wouldn't want to be approaching from mid in a position where I can't get around left stack, where I can't deal with like a roller who gets up on here. You'd want to be approaching more from the right or taking the high ground on the left, behind left stack, if you're going to go in this way. Especially in a case where you're at this numbers disadvantage like you are. Like, yes, from here you can hit around the left stack, but what happens as soon as someone gets up over the top, or someone comes up over the left wall, or someone flanks around from the left? This is a really risky position to try and take, especially with no escape route in this direction. If you're able to like anticipate, okay, they might be able to get past me now, and you run backwards to the left here, if you run off in this direction, that might be safe. But you have to, like, in a situation where you've probably already fired a lot of shots and you might be low on ink, you're going to have to paint your way probably one shot this way and then one shot this way. So if you have the ink for that, it's still going to take a long time, and you might not have the ink for that. So I'm worried about the positioning that might lead you to get caught out by something if they do push you on the left there.
The sniper was on the right too, so couldn't take.
Yeah, so in that case, taking right over here might not be the play, but maybe taking the high ground on the left behind you over here would be. And that way you can get some paint on the ground. You can paint up the flank route, back here behind the stack so that if someone is coming that way. And you can make sure it's clearer and that you have more support before you dive right in. All right. And this is exactly the position that I was worried about. What do you do here? You
Kill them.
hope that you can get a close range win against a 52 gal as an explo.
It's a 52 gal. He's gonna miss.
It's not a high percentage fight.
I love this determination, by the way.
What was that, Debbie?
Just the determination of I'm gonna get them, just knowing like
Yeah.
yes, it's a bad spot, but if they come at this certain point at this certain time, I got this. So
Yeah, they
Trap them, then I 19 them.
they need to miss a certain number of shots. It's like you didn't want to be in the position in the first place, and that's the primary thing to take away from this. But we can talk about how it is important to keep your composure. Like, if you realize you're in a bad position, I mean, don't give up on it. Do the best you can. If they screw up, capitalize on it. And that's what they did. So they miss a bunch of shots here. They hit you once. From here, they only need to hit you one more time. They jump, which is going to make their aim RNG go screwy. And that gives you... So they probably miss like 2 or 3 shots because of that, and then you're able to take them out.
Personally, I don't really like playing those fights, except when I have the painting control, because even if I'm slow, I can squid roll, substrafe to try to throw the aim off. That's only when I can take a fight close range with Expo.
Right.
I don't need to hit a direct hit first. I can just trap them with my shot and...
I mean, that situation, you don't have a choice but to take the fight because you're already positioned in a way where you're trapped. So whether you like to take that fight or not, you gotta take that fight at that point.
the good part is that you know how to handle it. It's the same thing like if any close range comes into a backline, like for me right now with Hydra, I gotta put a chicken at my feet and kind of play around where it's gonna explode and go off of that if I'm stuck in a close range shot like that. And with that, you're using your shot to paint the ground and all that. So I'm glad you know how to approach those close range 1v1s. So it's a good thought process.
So from here, we're in a 3v1 situation. We got a big numbers advantage, and we know where that last player is. We've isolated them here. What I want you doing here is throw a point sensor at them and let your frontliners go after it instead. Because what you end up doing is letting yourself get pulled into the range blaster's range before your teammates are in position to help you. And so you force yourself to get into another one of these close range battles. Now, better to take a close range fight against a range blaster than a 52 gal, because at this range they have to hit a direct to win the fight. So you have an advantage in terms of the ease with which you play this fight. But they still have the advantage that if they hit you with a direct, they win immediately. And like, you need to hit 2 shots to win this. They only need to hit 1. And so if they're cracked, they can absolutely hit this direct. And, you know, this is the kind of situation that I practice for in the training room constantly. I still don't like you taking this fight. I would rather you, like, you know, deny them paint control, that you give your frontliners information on where they are, but keep your distance, keep your range, keep your advantage over this weapon. Also, if you are staying up on stacks here and not going down after them, you're back up on left stacks after that fight ends immediately, instead of having to take the time to swim up the wall. And that lets you do what you're doing right here faster and potentially take a more aggressive position on right stack or something once the tower is able to go through more quickly and maybe catch someone. It looks like you are able to take that position anyway. You probably could have painted that a little bit more if you got here earlier, but you end up getting the pick regardless. So it ends up not being an issue here. I like that you're keeping your distance because you recognize that there's some shenaniganry going on around this block. You don't want to get caught out by that, and so you back up and make sure to keep your distance. And that keeps you alive as the 52 comes up. You 100% get splatted if they get that far forward and you're still standing right here. Now that was a little bit aggressive. Squid surging in general, I have found to more often than not put you at a disadvantage. One other thing that's cluing me in that I do not want to do this is that I have 2 teammates down. So let's see, that happens right there. Like this, regardless of the fact that we got the range blaster earlier, this push is clearly falling apart. It's you and this player right here who is reef slidering into 3 enemy players. This is not something that you expect to succeed. You are 100% on your own. And so, like, yes, if this is in a vacuum, a 1v1 that you think you can win, might be something you can try going for. It is not a 1v1. There is a player flanking you.
No, actually, it's the same guy. I don't know when he dropped. I never saw him drop. Like, it's the 52. And they're 52 can only, they don't have another wall except the 52, and I don't see him dropping. Oh, he dropped on left. Okay.
Yeah, so the 52 drops off this way, but another thing is that you've got the Flingza denying you access to this angle.
Oh yeah. On the moment I knew it was like a really bad fight to take. I just wanted to surprise them, I guess. And I knew if I died, it's not over because they need to break a full checkpoint close to our. And I think I'm going on left to take that position.
Yeah. Another thing to consider here is this. The fact that like that's all painted the enemy color means that your positioning here, like you don't want to try anything too aggressive unless you have massive paint control, and that's not something that you have behind you right now. From here, you could just jump out. It's a 1v4, and it's almost the end of the game. You probably get back in faster if you just jump, and you're also not going to lead to a stagger that way. Oh, I'm so worried about your Nautilus right now on the right-hand side, and it's not even them that goes down, it's the 52 on left. So your team went to opposite ends of the map. I think your 52 ends up dying like here, and then your Naut is over here. So there's just no synergy between where they're going here. if you had jumped out and you were maybe right here by now, whichever fight ends up going poorly, you're able to hit shots over in either direction, staggering further.
The only problem with right snipe is
What was the
it's
question?
pretty, it's just like on right side, it's really open to sniper, so I'm kind of scared to go on right when there is a sniper like this. 'Cause they have the range, and I don't have something to stay behind. I have this, but I don't have really much range, actually. And range blaster can really pick me off behind it.
Yeah, range blaster like right here would be annoying.
Yeah.
Range blaster down here isn't as much of a concern, and my thinking is like, what you could also do is sit back here or sit up here, and charger from here isn't going to be able to hit those two spots, and you're still going to be able to at least hit like underneath you. And maybe if you're up here and the Nautilus is in trouble, you're able to maybe drop down and start having an impact in the way that you've dropped down a couple of times before. This is an absolute mess of pink on the map, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we go over here. Our teammate is down, but the teammates on the right have each won a fight. Are you worried about like a flank coming through here? Like,
No, special job.
I think
on the
right
right.
now, so what's just happened is you've lost one teammate, but then your teammates got two. So you're in a 3v2 situation right now. If again these two players are left on their own, it's a 2v2. If you're able to maybe get over to here or something and have an impact to help them, now it's a 3v2.
On the moment, I was thinking of defending the checkpoint, because the checkpoint is very far, they need to break it, to completely break it. I'm just painting for special, stalling, and waiting for the full team to respawn.
Here's my thinking on this situation. That is a good thought if you can tell the rest of your team to do that. But right now your team has already committed to a fight on the right-hand side. And so it's either we commit to this and try to stop it now, and you know, if we all go down, we all go down together, we spawn in time to probably still save the game. Or we go into a fight that's even instead of one where we have an advantage and potentially stagger, which is what could happen if you don't go in with them here. Obviously, you're, having jumped out to the left possibly to try and help the 52 or something, you might be in a tough spot for... Yeah, and that's actually what happens there. So we've got... right now, it is the Tetras and the Nautilus. The Tetras go down, and then the Nautilus goes down, and then someone else gets picked. So you guys are staggered really badly right now. And so this is what I was worried was going to happen. That, like, because your team is engaging already, and you're not trying to have any kind of impact in that fight, that if they die, now it's a stagger, and you have to make your last stand much closer to your base. Yes, from here, like, this is a stronger defensive position for you, but you only get one chance this way. If you go in with them earlier and try and help them there, it's less of a stagger if you all go down, and you have a second chance. Ooh, I'm really worried about that charger. Okay, it's good that you've got it painted, and that should take them out. Okay, nice. And yeah, you did the right thing. Absolutely do not care about that player. Just get up the tower wall as fast as you possibly can, end the game. So, all right. Pulled it off. The big worrying moment was right here. You're out of ink, first of all. You have a teammate who went in, but you're out of ink to help them. So if the enemy team just collapses on them right now, it's just you, and you're getting zoned out by a single charger, and the range blaster can come and support that. But fortunately, your teammate is able to stay alive, actually gets a pick, and that draws aggro from two players. You're able to take out the third, and then that player, seeing, wait, what just splatted my teammate, gets shot in the back by the Tetras. So Tetris save it there. They clutch up. But I definitely feel like you being basically out of play from here until... How far do we have to go? Until about here. So I hit the forward arrow, I think, twice. So that's like 10 seconds. That's a full spawn timer. That you were just not having an impact on the fight that was going on while your teammates were going in. And that's a formula for your teammates staggering. So that's my thinking on that. Ends up winning, though. You're able to pick that guy, and congratulations on your 374 points in S plus 9. Pog. All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No. It was
Awesome.
really interesting. So,
Yeah. Thank you so much to both players, to Zukini and Overkix, not just for providing footage, because that in and of itself is a courageous thing to do. I am, after all, criticizing your gameplay in front of like hundreds of people. But on top of that, I want to thank both of you individually for how much you guys have been supporting the stream. Like, Overkix has stepped up as a mod and been doing a lot of work to help out in the Discord server and in the chats. Zukini has been in like every single stream ever. I think they're actually like the single top chatter in the stream. They're just here constantly. So appreciate both of you so much. I was absolutely happy to do VOD reviews for you guys. That is all we are going to have for the stream today. I'm going to switch the layout really quick so that I can go and find somebody to raid from here. Those of you who are on YouTube, if you want to hop over to Twitch, you're going to be able to participate in the raid with us here. And in the meantime, I'm going to really quick plug the channel a little bit. Here are some links that goes to all of the channels. It goes to my Patreon, my Metafy. It goes to the Twitter page, the Discord server, everything that is Squid School you can find from those links there. I am trying to do this full time and really appreciate all of the support that you guys have provided so far. If you haven't seen it yet, I released a video in a new series that I'm doing called What Am I Doing?, which is about decision making in Splatoon. So if that's something you're interested in, that released on the YouTube page just recently, talking about weapon roles. And the next few videos are going to be talking about the ranked modes and what those different roles should be doing in those ranked modes. So if that's a thing that you're interested in, go and check that out. Okay. We are going to send you guys over to Reborn NA. Reborn is a former teammate of mine who now plays for the Grillers. Fantastic competitive player, has made a lot of progress very quickly. Very fast study at the game. Just also a huge grinder. He gets so many hours in on this game all the time. Watch for him to be doing, big things in the future. So we're going to head on over. Everybody say hi to Reborn. Tell him school's out. And thanks for watching. All right. Hope you made it over to Twitch, because it's time now. Bye-bye, everybody.